The challenges of refugee resettlement. Embark on a captivating journey into the pressing issue of forced displacement and refugee resettlement. Discover the hurdles faced by millions uprooted from conflicts, persecution, and environmental disasters. Join us as we explore multifaceted challenges of integration, from legal frameworks to social cohesion, economic opportunities, and mental well-being. Witness the transformative power of resilience, empathy, and empowerment in redefining the meaning of home. Together, let's overcome obstacles and create lasting changes for those in search of refuge. The legal frameworks and policies surrounding refugee resettlement form the foundation for addressing the challenges faced by displaced populations. Governments must establish clear and comprehensive procedures to identify and process refugees, including determining their eligibility for resettlement, ensuring fair and efficient asylum processes, providing access to legal representation, and safeguarding the rights of refugees are critical aspects of this framework. However, varying legal systems, bureaucratic hurdles, and limited resources can hinder the effectiveness of these policies, leaving many refugees in limbo or facing protracted stays in refugee camps. Eleanor Roosevelt, the former First Lady of the United States and a prominent human rights advocate, played a significant role in shaping the international understanding and response to refugee resettlement challenges. As the chair of the United Nations Commission on Human Rights, she was instrumental in drafting the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which emphasized the right to seek asylum and the importance of protecting refugees. Her contributions helped establish a framework for addressing the challenges faced by refugees during the resettlement process. One of the initial obstacles in refugee resettlement lies in the legal and administrative procedures involved. Host countries have varying policies and processes for accepting refugees, which can lead to bureaucratic delays and complications. Obtaining legal documentation, such as visas and work permits, can be a lengthy and convoluted process, impeding refugees' abilities to establish a stable life in their new communities. Clear and streamlined procedures, along with efficient collaboration between relevant government agencies, are crucial to address these challenges. Sadako Ogata, a Japanese diplomat and academic, made a remarkable contribution to the field of refugee resettlement during her tenure as the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or UNHCR, from 1991 to 2000. She led the UNHCR during a period of significant global displacement, including the conflicts in the Balkans and Africa. Ogata's leadership and advocacy focused on addressing the root causes of displacement, strengthening international cooperation, and ensuring the protection and assistance of refugees. Her efforts contributed to the development of more comprehensive approaches to refugee resettlement. The successful integration of refugees into the host communities is essential for their long-term well-being. Overcoming language and cultural barriers is a significant challenge in achieving this goal. To facilitate social cohesion and understanding between refugees and the local population, it is important to provide adequate language training programs, promote intercultural awareness, and encourage community engagement. Creating inclusive societies that embrace diversity requires promoting tolerance, countering discrimination, and combating xenophobia. However, deeply ingrained prejudices and fear of the other can hinder social integration efforts. To address this, comprehensive awareness campaigns and policy interventions are necessary to foster acceptance and integration. Antonio Guterres, the former Prime Minister of Portugal, and the current Secretary General of the United Nations, has been a vocal advocate for refugees and their rights. As the UN High Commissioner for Refugees from 2005 to 2015, Guterres worked tirelessly to raise awareness about the challenges faced by refugees and to mobilize resources to support their resettlement and integration. Under his leadership, the UNHCR emphasized the importance of a comprehensive approach to refugee protection, focusing on addressing both immediate and long-term challenges. Guterres continues to highlight the challenges of refugee resettlement in his role as Secretary General, urging global solidarity and responsible sharing. Access to sustainable livelihoods is essential for refugees to rebuild their lives and contribute to their host countries. However, securing meaningful employment poses a significant challenge. Language barriers, lack of recognition of foreign qualifications, and limited vocational training opportunities hinder the economic integration of refugees. Furthermore, negative perceptions about refugees' ability to contribute to the workforce often result in underemployment or unemployment. To address these challenges, governments, civil society organizations, and the private sector must collaborate to provide language and skills training, support entrepreneurship, and promote inclusive hiring practices. Kilian Kleinschmidt, a German humanitarian worker, has made significant contributions to refugee resettlement by advocating for innovative approaches to address the challenges faced by displaced populations. He has worked in numerous refugee camps worldwide and has been a vocal critic of the traditional top-down, camp-based model of assistance. Kleinschmidt advocates for a more bottom-up approach, empowering refugees to actively participate in their own resettlement and fostering self-reliance. His work has shed light on the importance of community engagement, livelihood opportunities, and the use of technology in supporting refugee integration. One of the primary challenges in refugee resettlement is economic integration. Refugees often face numerous barriers when attempting to enter the labor market of their host country. These barriers include language barriers, lack of recognition of qualifications, limited access to vocational training, and discrimination. As a result, refugees frequently find themselves in low-skilled, low-paying jobs, which hinders their economic independence and long-term integration. Governments and NGOs must invest in language acquisition programs, skills training, and initiatives that promote equal employment opportunities to overcome these challenges. Refugees often endure traumatic experiences before and during their displacement, resulting in significant psychological distress. Mental health support is a crucial component of successful resettlement. Accessible and culturally sensitive mental health services should be provided to help refugees recover from their trauma, address post-traumatic stress disorder, and cope with the challenges of resettlement. However, limited resources, stigma surrounding mental health, and a lack of awareness about available services often create barriers to accessing adequate support. Governments and humanitarian organizations must prioritize mental health programs and raise awareness to destigmatize seeking help. Melissa Fleming, the chief spokesperson for the UN High Commissioner of Refugees, has played a crucial role in raising awareness about the challenges of refugee resettlement and promoting empathy and understanding towards displaced populations. Through her books, public speaking engagements, and media appearances, Fleming has highlighted individual stories of refugees, humanizing their experiences and shedding light on the challenges they face during the resettlement process. Her contributions have helped shape public discourse, encourage policy changes, and foster greater support for refugee integration. These individuals have made significant contributions to the understanding and addressing of the challenges of refugee resettlement. Their work, spanning from policy advocacy to on-the-ground support, has helped shape international responses, policies, and initiatives aimed at ensuring the successful resettlement and integration of refugees into host communities. Access to education and health services is another significant challenge for refugee resettlement. Children who have experienced disruptions in their education due to displacement require specialized support and resources to bridge the gaps in their learning. Furthermore, refugees often face barriers in accessing quality health care, including language barriers, lack of health insurance, and limited knowledge of the healthcare system in their host country. Comprehensive education programs and improved healthcare services, including mental health support, are essential for refugees to rebuild their lives and contribute positively to their new communities. Culture and social integration play a crucial role in the successful resettlement of refugees. The clash of culture norms, values, and traditions between the refugees and the host community can lead to misunderstandings, prejudice, and discrimination. Overcoming culture barriers requires mutual understanding, tolerance, and respect from both sides. Promoting intercultural exchange programs, community engagement initiatives, and anti-discrimination policies can help foster social cohesion and facilitate the integration of refugees into their new societies. Culture adjustment is another significant challenge for refugees during resettlement. Refugees often come from countries with different culture norms, traditions, and societal structures. Adjusting to a new culture, language, and social expectations can be overwhelming and disorienting. The culture shock experienced by refugees can lead to social isolation, mental health issues, and difficulties in forming meaningful relationships. Providing culture orientation programs, community support, and access to mental health services can greatly assist refugees in navigating the challenges of cultural adjustment. Public perception and political backlash can pose significant challenges to refugee resettlement efforts. Negative attitudes fueled by fear, misinformation, and xenophobia can result in hostility towards refugees, hindering their integration into the host society. Politicians may exploit these sentiments for their own agendas, creating policies that restrict refugee rights and limit their access to essential services. Promoting accurate information, raising awareness about the contributions of refugees, and countering xenophobic narratives are crucial steps to overcome public perception challenges and foster an environment of empathy and inclusion. The challenges of refugee resettlement are multifaceted and interconnected, requiring a comprehensive approach that addresses legal frameworks, social integration, economic opportunities, and psychological well-being. Collaboration between governments, international organizations, civil society, and host communities is essential in overcoming these challenges and creating an environment conducive to the successful resettlement of refugees. By fostering inclusive societies and providing access to education, healthcare, and employment, we can empower refugees to rebuild their lives and contribute to the development of their new communities. It is crucial to prioritize mental health support and uphold the rights and dignity of all individuals, regardless of their country of origin. Together, through collective action, driven by compassion and solidarity, we can build a more equitable and inclusive world for refugees and the communities that embrace them. Stay tuned for more intriguing stories. Don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe.